Spitty, what time is it?
Hey guys, it's Wyatt. Welcome to another episode of Dr. Lawyer Comedian. I'm here with
his co-host Luke.
And Luke. Okay, fine. You want to introduce the host?
I want to say Dr. Lawyer Comedian together like we usually do.
Yeah.
But all right, yeah, whatever. You want to introduce our guest then?
Yeah, sure. I'll introduce our guest. This guy, if you followed my old podcast, First World Problematic, then you already know this guy, but he's a good friend of me and a good friend of the show. Mm-hmm. But I think this is the first time Luke and Pandji are meeting each other. But anyways, you know this guy. As I said last time, he's like the Dave Chappelle of Indonesia. And actually, congratulations recently on hitting 1 million followers.
That's crazy on Instagram.
Which is amazing.
Thank you.
That is insane.
Quite a feat.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like you climb the mountain. You know,
that's like the top. Yeah, that's like what everyone wants.
Now I can kind of relax because I've been aiming for that number for a long time.
I mean,
congrats,
out content,
yeah, I know,
stupid content.
Yeah,
we all know.
I saw you at like.
Believe me, I know.
I saw you at like.
If it's content, let's just put it out there.
I mean, no, that's how it is exactly. Yeah. It's like
Satan requires it. He does.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
True.
Satan requires that we put out content every day.
It must have been so just at 990, like all that stuff. You're like so close.
Yeah, I was just come on.
Yeah,
already.
I know. That's so annoying.
That's what I've been telling my girl. I keep telling her, like,
I'm cute.
If you want to be good on social media, you can't put your life on social media. You have to live life like their potential posts. Every day is a potential post, and that is the devil worship.
Yeah,
you know,
the devil worship. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I just think sometimes I just don't know what to put out, but I know I have to put out something.
Yeah, that's so annoying.
Very important.
Because you're like, I don't want, like, this content's not nearly good enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I have to. I mean, yeah.
And sometimes I just, because I have to put out content, I just, you know how in Reels you can search for sounds?
Yeah.
And so I search for sounds that it might trigger an idea. And sometimes it's just a stupid idea. But I like this sound. Let's just do something with it. Just put it out there. But now I don't have to do it as much because I can chill now.
Yeah, because you hit the mountain. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Crazy. That's insane.
It's crazy how the mountain never ends.
Oh wait, what
never ends.
Oh, that's true though. It's true though. There's always another mountain.
I'm close to like. Oh God, we sound so shady just talking about how many followers we have, but like, trust me, this is fucking so much of the job, dude.
Oh my God, it's like 90%.
It's more than the fucking stand-up these days.
It depends on how you look at it. There are comics that believes that it all comes down to just the jokes, not about creating an audience. Just go out there, and if your jokes is good, it'll attract opportunities. Yeah. But there are other ways of seeing it, like some comics believe that it's just hard to wait for us to get a pass, to be given opportunities, so we should create our own opportunity. That's it. Yeah.
That's what I feel. I feel like I'm no longer idealistic enough to believe that stand-up's a meritocracy. You know, when I was a kid, I don't know why, but I always thought of stand-up as like a nice meritocracy. You're like whoever's the funniest, that's who's here.
That's really not true though anymore, because it's just luck-based. To some degree, it's very annoying. But yeah.
Well, we can talk about this with my mentor, Mike Albanese. He believes in putting your head down, putting in the work, socialize, a little politicking. And, I've actually been paying attention to you, Wyatt.
Dude,
everyone
says that.
A comic friend of mine saw that I'm booked for your show.
Yeah.
And he DM'd me, yo, congratulations, you're opening for Wyatt.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wow, are you serious?
I'm 100%. His name is Adit MKM. He's an Indonesian comic. He's great. And I have no idea that
that's
you
insane.
Have,
I don't believe you, bro.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I'll screen capture it and send it to you.
Okay.
Wow, that's insane.
That is crazy.
You too, Luke?
I doubt it.
I'm just bullshit.
Yeah.
No, you know what is funny though? One time, I swear to God, this is literally the one time anyone's ever recognized me. But he was like, yo, it's with that kid.
Yeah.
You know, photos with that kid. But Luke is not just a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I saw you, right? I saw you did. You were at the Producers Club. I was there.
Yeah.
He did say that.
I love your stuff.
Yeah, like last year at the Producers Club.
Yeah, last.
I think so. Yeah,
more than a year ago.
Yeah, last like around April, I think.
You better impress Pandji. Luke is going to be hosting the show on
Pando Park.
April 5th.
Nice.
At Pando Park.
Nice.
In NYC.
Yes.
I mean, guess
correct. Tickets available now. Look in the look at the link in the bio. But But he's going to be hosting because he's
awesome.
Do you know this guy's way better at social media than me? Who? Do you know this guy Jeff Arcury?
I do know.
Luke is going to be hosting for 5 shows sold out for him. I'm so proud of him.
It's at the like a club,
San Jose Improv.
What's it called?
That is.
It's a 450 seater, dude.
Wow.
Okay, that's nothing to you, but like that's crazy.
It's just like 450.
Come on now, in New York, I still do shows for 4 and 7 people. Come on now.
I mean,
you know it is.
But like,
But yeah,
I'm proud of him.
I'm very nervous. I'm not a great host.
The first time I saw Jeff Arcury, I was booked for Tom Delgado show. Let's see what else.
Yeah.
And he was there. He was actually up first, and there was a I think it was a teenager, maybe a college student who it was her birthday, and she had like 5 or 6 girlfriends, and they were all talking all show long.
That's like Jeff's like
that
specialty right there. Crowd work and being friendly during crowd work.
He's so likable.
He's very
crowd work.
Yeah, and then I was like, yo, who is this guy? I asked Tom Delgado. This is Jeff Arcury, and then I started following him on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
He's at 1 million now too. It's insane.
But he did it the right way. He did it with the stand-up.
He did it with a lot of stand-up.
I did with me posting videos of me playing soccer.
Most of us do that.
I mean, that's how
we're just repeating our stand-up, but like this into our phone.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
come on,
exactly
I don't know. But congratulations.
Yeah, I know. I'm very excited for that.
Dude, that guy, you know how they talk about like if there's a great comic, it's almost a little cliche to say this now, but like taking class when you watch them.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, yeah.
That's how I feel. Not that he's not a great comic, but that's how I feel about Jeff Arcury's social media. You know, I follow him just to be like, what is the current meta, man? Because you are on game.
I mean, even I'm like studying his crowd work. It's just so. I think it's like some of the best because he doesn't even mean to the audience really. Or anything. Yeah, he's great at that, I would say.
I think I need to step up my game crowd work wise because to me it's always a 50-50 kind of thing. With Jeff Arcury, always hits it out of the ballpark, right?
Yeah,
but to me, it's
so hard.
It's insane. I don't know how.
Sometimes you feel like you draw like a blank card.
And the craziest, I think he edits his own clips too, which is insane. I mean, he releases one a day.
I doubt it.
I think I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere. I don't know, but
well, you get to know, you get to ask.
Yeah, I do get to ask, so I'm excited for that. Well, I was wondering, so you have 1 million followers now. How many? Like, you can see the percentage of Indonesian versus like American versus. How many is?
About 99% Indonesian, Luke. So it doesn't help much with me here in New York.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
And all the I want to say New Yorkers who are following me are all comics.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
But for now, that's what matters, right?
Yeah.
I just want comics to know that I'm here.
Yeah.
I occasionally put out clips, and I want them to like it, and so that I can get booked in their shows or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it's okay.
I mean, it's a weird thing because it's like you have 1 million only in Indonesia. So if you blow, like when you blow up in America, it'll be through the roof.
Hopefully, but
I mean,
I don't know. It's just a high climb. Yeah. Because I don't want to raise my hopes too high. I'm just, my Jedi Master Mike Albanese says, just put in the work. I've only been here 2 years.
He does remind me of Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
He's like very calm and collected and personable.
Mike is my Mace Windu. My Obi-Wan is Tom Delgado.
Oh.
And obviously what's that name? Oh my God, I'm very sleepy right now. We opened for him.
Sammy
Albeed. Yeah, he's coming here too, right?
Yeah.
End of this month. Yeah, so those are my mentors.
Oh.
Yeah, I get to ask him.
What Jedi is Sammy? He reminds me of Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, I guess Qui-Gon Jinn.
You're like taking a different path, you know?
Yeah. Also, Kevin Sanchez, he has good advices.
Yeah.
Josh Pal is more like a my Jewish brother. Yeah.
You know, I was gonna ask, like, because you saw him perform, would you? Because your child is near his age, right?
Yeah,
That
how
was
old are
my
you again?
question. Just-
How old are you again?
I'm 15. Yeah, I think your kid's 16, right?
My son is 16. He's about to be 17.
See,
this
did you
May.
see in his eyes? He just changed
Yeah,
the way.
I know. He was like,
changed the way he looked.
looked at me. Yeah. Oh my God.
That was awkward.
As a fatherly figure, goddamn.
Yeah, but
Yo.
so that's why I have to ask.
Yeah,
How would
would
you
you-
feel about your kid
doing stand up,
trying?
Like,
Well,
would you be for it? Like, what do you think? I mean, you can't be against it.
I know for sure that both of them will not
Okay.
going to be a stand-up comic. They're not interested in it. My son loves to watch me perform, especially here in New York.
He prefers to watch you in English, then.
In English, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember I had this bringer show in one of the clubs in West Side Comedy Club, and he was sitting on the left side of me, way in the back, and then I can hear him laugh. I can hear his laughter.
that's nice.
You can always do that when
Yeah.
someone you know is in the audience. You
Yeah.
hear their laugh.
One time, yeah, whenever I'm like doing like performing or something, Weiss in the audience, if it's at like some random, because it was at, I did like a speech in 8th grade or whatever, and I heard him laugh in the back. And it just gives you confidence.
Yeah.
Give you some sort of like,
Yeah.
oh, that's nice. You know
To
what
me,
I'm
it
saying?
gives me a warm feeling because I know exactly. This is how
Aw.
my son laughs. That's how my son laughs.
That's funny.
So if
Yeah.
you're in a show and then you hear, that's Pandji's son. How did he get here? But
Aw.
but I love it. But both of them know. My son is into two things. He's into animation and
Ooh.
insects.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah. So he
And
likes
bugs
to
like
create
too,
universes.
yeah.
that's fun.
I keep telling him ever since he was in an elementary school, I was like, yo, every character you design, keep track of it.
Yeah.
This is you creating an IP without understanding what
Yeah.
IP is. You know what it is? You
Yeah,
know,
like,
like
absolutely.
Ben 10 and Pokemons and stuff. And he creates the universe
That's-
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's very cool.
My daughter is very into
How
art.
old's your daughter?
My daughter is, how old is my daughter? She's 12.
Yeah.
It's so good to hear of like make believe.
Yeah, I know.
in this day and age. I
It's
feel
really-
like a little bit lost.
Yeah. It's true.
I mean, yeah, just kids' creativity it's insane. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I want them to keep it that way, to keep being
Yeah,
creative,
of course.
imagining stuff, and I don't think they're gonna be a stand-up comic. Nah. The closest thing is when my son was 6, he went with me and my wife to I had to do like a sound check, and then he saw me did my sound check on stage, and then it's time for them to go back home, and
Yeah.
my son doesn't want to. He was like, "I want to work for you," he said.
Aw,
that's
so
nice,
cute.
yeah.
That's nice. But
so
now he doesn't care about my. He doesn't care. He just want to draw.
I feel when
Yeah.
I bring
Characters.
somebody there and I hear them laugh, I'm like, finally got him.
Yeah. I know. You're
Do you feel like that with your son? You're like,
Yeah,
that's
with my
your
son.
sense of humor?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm trying to. It's really hard to make my wife laugh.
really,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think any comics girl, difficult.
I don't know. I don't know about you. How about you, Mike? Is it the same?
She was into it for the first
That's exactly
3
it.
shows, but then she came to a show once where I was working on new material, and I told her not to because you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
And she brought a friend. I was like, I'm begging you not
God.
to do this. And she brought a friend. I said something that the friend thought was racist or like weird or whatever, which I still stand by the joke.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
upset you stole my joke. I
It's a
remember.
great
Yeah,
premise, yeah. And then that friend doesn't talk to her anymore because she,
Oh.
I guess,
Really?
yeah,
Whoa.
What
it
the
was
heck?
a long time ago, but yeah, don't. No
Yeah.
fat females. No significant other should come out to
pretty
your
much
show.
the same.
It's over.
During my
Unless it's like a special taping.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no reason for them to be there.
yeah. I remember during my wife's first when she was pregnant for the first time.
Yeah.
When we had our son, she had to what's the word in it? Breastfeed. And she was stressed out, and the milk didn't come out, and so she needs to watch funny content. And so she asked me, give me some stand-up videos, right? And so I gave her mine, and then she was like, you made me this way. Give me somebody else. I'm like, okay, let me just supply. And it kind of hurts me. I have to supply my friend's clip to her.
Oh,
She
that's
can't
so
laugh.
weird. So she's
Yeah.
handling your tip
Yeah,
with
she was
your
like,
friends.
"Ah."
You're like, oh,
your
actually,
friend is funny. You're not
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much,
Oh
but
my
your friend is funny. I'm like,
because that's so funny because I was thinking, is it a little arrogant to show your own clip? But then I was
Yeah.
thinking, is it a little neutering to show your friend's clip?
because I was like, yo, you love me, right? You should like my joke. So here's my joke. Let me help you.
funny.
Let me make you laugh. I was
That's
like,
so
I can't
funny.
laugh watching it. You make me you knocked me up.
Yes.
And so I was like, she was like, can you give me somebody else? And I was like, hey, here's a friend of mine. Here's another friend of mine. Oh yeah, they're all funny. I'm like, I'm also funny.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Interesting, you showed her stand up too when she won
Yeah, I know.
when
You
she won
wouldn't-
funny
I
clips.
feel like you'd think like some TikToks or some random like Instagram reels. I don't know.
Luke,
Okay, yeah, okay, but you
You're
know what I
15
mean.
years old,
Like as what's it called? Like just short clips that are like, oh, funny fails. I don't know.
No, but I think she went into the what's the word? She went into the rabbit hole of funny content, but then she needs more to create more milk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, well, she knows I'm a comic, and then she asked me for stand-up clips, and you know, I gave her my friends who are stand-up comics. So yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. I have no 2 cents into this. Like girlfriends don't like your material. I've never had.
do girls like your material?
Fuck no, no.
Then you're in the club, buddy. You're in the club.
Yes, that's why.
yeah.
You know, you were talking about your son like your comedy in English. I was wondering, it would be quite impressive, but would you ever release a special in English?
Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm working on it right
Really?
now.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm working on my first on my 30-minute
Okay.
30-minute special. I think I want to say it. And I am currently I'm doing this. I don't know how to say it, but I'm planning to perform in several cities. I'm going to Philly, to LA, to Sudbury, Ontario, Canada.
Huh.
Huh, really?
I've never- yeah.
Sacramento,
Oh, that's sick.
Denver. But the organizer of the show are Indonesian. But I asked them to reach out to Americans,
Yeah.
so they can come out and watch my shows, because I need to find out if this stuff works outside
Yeah.
of New York, because you know there are
Yeah.
jokes that are just New York based. Like I have a joke about New York pizza.
Yeah,
I
and you
tried it
can't-
in Boston. It didn't
Yeah, yeah,
work.
yeah.
And so I need to try my hours. It was Tom actually who told me that shouldn't you be going around the U.S. and find Indonesian
Yeah.
that can help you organize the show? And I'm like, I actually can do that. And he said, you learn more doing longer sets
Yes,
than
that's true.
performing here in New York for like 15 minutes tops.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you're right, Ewan McGregor.
You're right.
So that's what I've been trying to do this year. That's what I'm planning to
this
do.
year
That's also why one of the things that made me able to do that, because I don't have to go back and forth as much to Indonesia, because I don't run my company anymore.
Oh yeah, you stepped down as CEO.
Wow,
Yeah.
I was just thinking, how do I segue? What a
Yeah.
pro this man is. What a
knows,
pro
he
he
knows.
is, dude. That was seamless. Yeah.
but I did.
Tell us,
Yeah.
I could have explained to them, but you're right here. you
Yeah.
know?
So the thing with Indonesia and the stand-up comedy scene, there's not much of an industry right now, because the scene blew up 2011, and there is, for a very long time, there was no comedy club. There was one. It's called Ketawa, which is laughter in Bahasa Indonesia. And then the pandemic happened, the COVID happened, and then they couldn't survive.
Yeah.
And so they have to close. And then last year, I opened up my comedy
Yeah.
club, which is Comika Comedy Club. And my company right now, its sole purpose is to create the industry. So we help more entrepreneurs in stand-up comedy. We mentor them so that they can have a healthy
Yeah.
business. We create shows. We have our own media. We have our managements and stuff. And I ran the company. When I started the company, I appoint someone to run as the CEO. But then the cops got to him. because
actually?
he was consuming drugs in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Dude, you had me for a second.
I
I
was like,
thought
holy
he
shit.
did something like Nickelodeon-esque,
Yeah.
dude.
No.
I was like, thank God. Thank God
only
he's
drugs.
just in
Yeah.
jail for drugs.
Drugs is that's not.
But then I had to replace him, and then I was a CEO since 2019
Wow.
to early.
Damn, you weathered the hardest years,
Yeah, I
dude.
know.
Yeah, I
You
know.
got that
It's like
FDR
that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You got the Lincoln.
It's stressed out. I'm stressed out about it. It's really hard trying to create a momentum here when your
have to go
career,
back.
stop and go because you have to go back. But now we have we have a new CEO. I believe in him, and now he's running the company, and so I don't have to go back. And
Yeah,
What's
that's
his
very nice.
background? He's a comic.
No, he's actually he used to watch my shows sitting on the front row almost every show.
Wow.
So he's a fan actually,
Yeah.
and then I get to know him. Is that he's an entrepreneur, and his forte is fundraising, and so my company has been bootstrapping for the longest time, and now it's time to raise fund, and he's the best in looking out for investments, and stuff. And so I'm like, yeah, this is the time.
Fundraising
Yeah.
is
It's crazy.
that would take you guys
Yeah.
to because you as the CEO, your specialty isn't at all close
true.
to that. So you have to learn to fundraise, delegate to someone.
Yeah. Now I remember when I first stepped up as a CEO, one of my first decisions was to bring my buddy, my best friend, his name is Rama, as commissioner. And the thing that he says that early on you have to identify if the company wants the best out of you. Is it you as a CEO or you as a talent? Because if it's not you as a CEO, from now, plan your replacement.
Yeah.
And now he's here. Yeah.
Huh.
It took a while, but I'm finally free.
Yeah.
How does it feel, man? It must feel like letting go of your
Yeah,
baby
I
a little
mean-
bit, right?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm like, oh, finally somebody please help me.
Yeah.
I'm up my wits now.
That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, because as a CEO, my job is to make sure for whatever plan that we have the money for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For somehow, some way, the CEO has to find a way to fund this idea and this need for the company to grow. And I could do it 2019, 22, 21, but then 2022, I'm here. 2023, it's tough business-wise. You remember I had to, last year, we were doing an episode in Serbi's apartment.
Yes.
I had to lay off 17 people.
17. That's
dark.
the hardest part.
No,
right
no,
there.
no.
That
It was
Really?
It was
like
bad,
right
man.
in-
Because he was
was
so
hard.
courteous, man. He wanted to be there on time that he asked Serbia if he could take a Zoom call from her place.
yeah.
And it was such an important one too.
oh my God.
Damn.
Yeah, and I feel bad because
It's like
I
breaking up
feel
over
my
text.
aura, especially during the meeting. I think you can sense that it was a bad vibe.
It would affect anyone, honestly.
Yeah, but I hope it didn't affect the podcast though. I don't
No,
think so.
no, I don't think it did.
I
It
don't
did
think
good.
it did. Yeah.
And
I'm
if
a pro.
And if doing that didn't affect you, then you should be a CEO. You would be a great CEO.
But yeah, that was tough. 2023 was tough, and then 2024, we finally found somebody who can, we believe, run the company. Yeah,
That's so great.
Yeah.
it's good.
So your life balance is all good now? Or
I don't believe
still-
in
yeah.
work-life balance, but it's better now.
Well, when you love what you do,
Yeah,
it's a
I
little
mean, it's-
easier.
Yeah, I have a term. It's called work-life trampoline because I don't balance out my work and my life. They both are jumping with the
Overlap.
same. Yeah. Because my
I'm trying to make mine overlap.
Bruh.
yeah, because I don't know. I think what my work is what makes me feel alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like. Okay, this is work. Now it's time to live.
yeah.
It's not like that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was wondering, so when you were like in Indonesia, right, playing arenas, doing all that, I have to ask you. I was so excited.
Okay.
I was like, he's
I'm
like
not even gonna lie. It's not just him. I'm like girlish when he's just being like, "What's it like to do arenas?"
I've always wondered. It's
embarrassing.
It's like you're like the Indonesian Dave Chappelle. It's like if I could ask Dave Chappelle a question, what would I ask him? Right.
Right.
So I just want to know, like,
Why did you leave Comedy Central? Is something going on there?
But like playing those arenas, like I obviously want to know what it's like beforehand, like getting ready, setting that up and everything. But also I want to know, like, what's it like? Because you're playing arenas, you have movies out, I saw, right? So you're doing like arenas, movies, family life. Like how what's it like? Not obviously you said
To be
like,
a baller. We're saying. What's
it like
that's
to
what we're
like
trying to say.
just kind of not balance that, but also just going from doing a ton of stand up to a ton of movie, like all that sort of stuff.
It's really, I can't do it by myself.
Yeah.
That's why I have my my secretary back in Indonesia to help me sort that out.
Yeah.
And my management. But for the most part, I only do stand up. In Indonesia, there are several comics, big name comics.
Yeah.
Who are more active doing movies. I'm going to drop names like Ernest Prakasa and Raditya Dika. Raditya Dika has maybe 14 million subscribers on YouTube.
That's
man.
insane.
That's
yeah.
insane. 14 million.
14 million's like another. Yeah. Wow.
Every time he put out, this is interesting. So he does his special, taped it, put it on YouTube, and the money from the AdSense itself on the first day covers the production.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
That's
that guy's crazy.
Badass.
How do you?
man.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Because
Some
if
Andrew
you think I'm like
Schultz
Dave
shit, dude.
Chappelle, you realize that in Indonesia I'm really nobody. There are more people. Like Ernest Prakasa, every time he produces a movie or directs a movie, like box office, like 4 or 5 movies in a row.
Maybe Lenny Bruce
My
is a
two
better.
movie flops. But then in Indonesia, people know me more as a stand-up comic rather than
that's
Raditya
I would say.
Dika.
And ultimately, at least that's what I want.
That's the goal.
Yeah, and it's the three of us live different life. Raditya Dika is more in content creating because he's more of a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Having 14
I mean,
million.
you can't.
Ernest Prakas is a movie director, very successful now as a
Wow.
producer. And I
stand-up
do
comic
stand-up.
movie director.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Woody Allen.
he started out as doing stand-up, and then now he directs and now he produces movie. The movie he currently produces is called Agalain. It's currently playing in California, actually. Agalain is now the second highest grossing movie in Indonesia of all time.
Wow.
Do you know how much it grossed? Around? 'Cause-
Now, I can tell a very long story about how weird Indonesian movie industry is.
Please,
Is it like-
Cat
if it's
Williams,
like-
the
if it's like
Indonesian
Nickelodeon,
movie
I wanna
industry.
hear. Yeah.
Well, business-wise,
Well,
it's really... Oh, man, it's really hard for me to say this because I also direct and produce movies. But we don't count success in Indonesian movies the way you guys count success in the U.S. You count in how many tickets, in how many dollars being made.
grossed. Dollars
In Indonesia,
It's how
we
many-
count them by how many tickets being sold.
Interesting.
Wow,
Which means nobody knows the
how much
actual
money? Oh. So it's a bit.
So that's how it's
Yeah,
really.
it can
It's
be.
another topic in itself.
That's-
But yeah, Ernest Prakas is successful. Now my dynamics in Indonesia is different. I do stand up most of the time, and I don't know. I grew my audience. My first show was inside of a 80-seater and only being able to sell 30.
Wow.
And then the next time I sell 50 out of 80 seat, and then I sell 80 seats, and then I sell 100 seats, and then I sold out 100 seats in a day, and then it grew to 400,
Man,
and then
yeah,
to 800, and then, but that I started out from 2010, you guys.
Yeah.
I
It's a
know.
long journey.
That is long.
Yeah.
How old were you, Luke?
Yeah.
How old were you, Luke?
2002 years old. Yeah, 2 years old. That's great. Huge. Yeah.
But then you started doing stand up 15, right? 14?
12 is when I started,
I
yeah.
started doing stand up when I was 20.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I was 30.
30?
30.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
30 when I
'Cause-
first started doing stand up. Yeah.
I was wondering for you, like,
think.
obviously, you've probably been asked this question before, but I'm still wondering, like, in Indonesia, how did you find since you basically like created stand up in Indonesia, like who are your influences? How'd you find it? And also, I want to know what your parents think of you doing stand up, since it's not like it wasn't like an industry in Indonesia.
Well, my dad knows. My dad died short after my first special, and he wasn't healthy enough to watch my first special. But he would have loved me doing stand up, especially the jokes I have in Indonesia is more, you know, social and political stuff, and he loves that stuff. But he didn't get to see me perform. My mom was already confused why because before doing stand up, I'm a radio DJ, I'm a TV presenter, and I'm like, I went to one of the what's the word?
Ivy
League
schools.
Yeah,
like
the
colleges, like Harvard, Stanford.
I went to the Massachusetts. MIT is a technology. I went to something like an MIT in Indonesia.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's way different in level. But it's the Indonesian MIT. It's called ITB. I went there, and my mom was like, "Why did you? You're now a comic?
Yeah,
like you're in the MIT of Indonesia." And she was already confused as to why I choose this, but you know.
This man's just trying to make us respect him even more.
I know, man. I'm like mind blown.
Seriously.
Yeah, but my parents.
What were you there for?
Well, actually, I studied design, product design.
Wow.
Yeah,
awesome.
Product design. Yeah, and then my parents have no problem me doing stand up. Really.
How much has that product design, whatever you did, helped you?
A lot.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, actually a lot, because when I was in college, I was taught how to design an industrial product, right? So you have to create a product within an industry, and that's pretty much the discipline that I took to creating the industry of stand-up in Indonesia.
Wow.
Yeah.
I first learned how to create a deck during college. And creating a product is similar, whether it's a car or a sneaker or a stand-up special.
I have to ask you about your sneakers, dude.
It's actually the same principle applies. Yeah. So I it's not for nothing going to college doing product design.
Have you ever pointed that out to your mom?
She never asked. She doesn't.
But you're like, Mom, I kind of feel like I not only brought a product, I created an industry.
I mean, you created like that's insane.
Well,
like
she doesn't find me funny, but
has she watched your specials? And
she watched every special.
That's nice. Of course.
I have this joke about her. Yeah, it's no problem with it.
It's true.
It's true. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
And it's because when I was in 3rd grade, my mom smokes.
Yeah.
And every morning she smokes like outside of the house. And I was like, it looks like she's having fun. It looks like she's relaxing.
Yeah.
So I was like, what does it taste like? And I was 3rd grade. I was like, try it yourself.
Wow.
And then I smoked that, and then I called and they're like, how do you like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. Well, don't. And then I never.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, this is good parenting.
A good story,
yeah. And so she loves. She watches all my specials. She's the only thing she got offended was I have this joke about Indonesia's first. I have this joke about the Indonesian first president. His name is Sukarno. I had a joke about Sukarno, and she is a huge fan of him.
Yeah,
and that's the only time where you're not supposed to say that about our founding fathers.
That's
like, well, this is interesting.
Yeah,
I have
wow.
a joke about you.
I hope you don't get offended by this question because I don't know how religious you are. But would you ever joke about religion, or have you?
I'm known to be controversial.
Really? Oh, that's
hell yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But you're a practicing Muslim. You said you were, fasting right now.
I am fasting right now. I am. I'm back doing my prayer, my daily prayers. But
Jummah, is that correct?
No, that Jummah is every Friday.
Okay.
But there's also 5 times a day that Muslims should do prayers, and I'm returning to that discipline. But when I talk about Islam in my special, is not to mock Allah Almighty or the Prophet Muhammad, but is to point out the hypocrisy within the Indonesian Muslims, and so I joke about that.
Yeah.
But obviously they get offended.
That's.
And I consistently talk about Islam
He's
ever
trying
since
to just
my
make
first.
us
I
respectable.
know, man. That's so cool. Are you kidding me?
No, but it's I don't know. It's just I just talk about the things that I feel like I want to talk about.
Yeah.
And just it was only not even a couple of weeks ago where there's this Indonesian we call it ustad, which is it's like a teacher in Islam. He was bad mouthing me on his sermon.
Really?
And then somebody
That's
tagged
gangster,
tagged me.
Somebody
Because I remember I said one time, I feel like I was born to do stand up.
Dude.
Yeah.
Right? I made that statement, and he was like, a stand up comedian said that he said he was born to do stand up. He's creating a new religion over there. He was supposed to say he was born to worship the Almighty Allah. I was like,
Holy
okay,
shit.
I'm about to shit on this guy
my
real
God.
bad.
Dude, you just made me have a new bucket list item. If I can be brought in a fucking sermon,
That's like
That's why-
crazy.
That's why he
Cool.
didn't mention my name, but that is exactly 100% me. Nobody says that.
That's so fun.
And so I made a video. I'm like, yo,
Oh,
you're
shit,
talking
beef.
about me.
Yo.
Why didn't you drop my name? So I made a video, 30-minute
Damn.
video in my YouTube
I
channel.
know you dissed a
dissed
priest.
a priest. You're going on
did.
the internet to
Dissed a
diss
priest. I
a.
did.
Well, what's the
Nobody-
word? It's not a priest, right?
Yo.
Ustad.
An ustad, dude.
Yeah,
that's
that's
hilarious.
Yeah, but
Wow.
yeah. So, but it's becoming a conversation right now in Indonesia,
Re-
obviously. But I promised him, the ustad, that when I return to Jakarta, when I go to Jakarta, we're going to meet up and
Wow.
I'm going to talk about it. Yeah,
Is that going to be on camera
Yeah,
or
is that a
personally?
podcast?
I'm going to make a content out of it.
I'm gonna, yeah.
AdSense, baby.
exactly.
I'm not
You have
making
to-
money here, so
That's right. You have to. He's thinking of every day as
Yeah, I
a
know,
potential
content.
post.
Content.
If you want to be a
Very true.
comedian, don't live life for life.
Yes.
Don't.
Everything's content.
You know, we probably have to go
Damn it.
soon, but you're so
Oh my
so
God, I wanna
interesting
talk for
everything
it.
you're
Yeah.
saying, man.
it's already.
I mean, he lived.
We usually do 30 minutes, but it's been a while.
I mean,
I have to ask you about this because this has always also been on my bucket list of things I want to do in my career. As a comedian, you got a shoe deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's insane.
Well-
Only like rappers and all. Yeah.
I love sneakers.
Not
obviously,
rappers.
well, I
like
no
NBA players.
Yeah, but also like
Kevin Hart has a sneaker. deal.
Really?
He
With
does with Nike.
Ron Funches does too.
Yeah, I
at
didn't know.
Puma.
Oh wow, that's awesome, Puma. I love the brand. But
I love that brand too.
it's also a process. Now, sneakers, they come up to me offering, a collaboration. But back in the day, because I wanted to have a sneaker collaboration so much, I was like, yo, there's this company, sneaker company in Indonesia. The brand name is League. I come up to them on an event. They have this booth, and I come up to them. I was like, yo, can we collaborate? And I'm like, let me talk about it with my boss. And I was like, I can help you promote your stuff. And I know I'm not I wasn't doing stand up. I was still rapping.
Oh, it was a while ago.
Oh yeah, I was still doing rap. I was doing hip hop. But then I offer myself, and then it became a sneaker deal. It became my first sneaker deal, and the first sneaker deal, it went so well. I used that as a leverage to make another deal with another sneaker company. So I hustled my way
Hell yeah.
to
Yeah.
a point where, let's just offer Pandji sneakers because he's been selling sneakers.
Yeah, he's a sneaker guy now.
Yeah. And so, I have to hustle
Have
my
you
way.
gotten into any other clothing marketing then?
No, because in my company Comika, we also have our own fashion brand. It's called Physical.
Wow.
Which is a
Damn.
it's a physic.
Are you wearing it? Anything right now?
This is my brand.
Nice.
But also, it's because merchandising is part of every stand-up comics personal brand duel.
Every entertainment industry thing,
Yeah.
it's all about the merchandise.
Yeah.
Sells more.
Yeah, and I also feel like somebody needs to be in the space of creating merchandise, but for stand-up comics, and so that's why the company does this.
That's great.
Yeah, that's-
And since the brand released, I don't do fashion like sweaters and T-shirts with another brand because I have my own.
Yeah.
But I do sneakers. Yeah.
Oh, that's the way to do it, man. That's even better than a collab.
Insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good to hear that. Isn't it good to hear that Pandji's like, when he was younger, like, I want to have a sneaker deal so bad too.
I mean, yeah, that's insane.
Because
everything in life, if people doesn't give you the opportunity, you just have to create the opportunity yourself.
Yeah. I mean,
what an inspirational message to send us out here on today, Pandji.
Wait, can I have one more question?
What a pro. All right.
Okay, we've already run it by a ton. So, kind of random question, but I am wondering about it because stand-up is not very popular, or it wasn't when you were starting out. And so did you ever do an SNL of Indonesia? Was there ever
ask all your cute little questions.
Was there ever a host?
They're nice.
There was how, Dave Chappelle hosted SNL. It's wow. Was there?
I did something like my version of the Daily Show.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. But the government shut that down.
The government?
I'm not lying. The government shut it down.
What did they say? What?
Because I was bad mouthing.
I mean, that's
minister. Is that the word? The minister.
Prime Minister.
Not the prime minister. The guy, the Secretary of Education. Is that the word? Is that the word?
Yeah.
So in Indonesia, is there a word for a Secretary of Law here?
The Supreme Court?
Judges.
No, not the judge, but the within the government. The
Secretary of Defense.
So the president.
There's an attorney general.
Yeah.
Which would probably be that. They're the lawyer for the country.
Yeah. So I was criticizing that. I was criticizing that. I was criticizing him on live television, not knowing that he was actually watching it while having his grandkids on his lap. And he was very upset.
That's insane.
So great. Is so upset. He was so upset, and he called the TV station. And then a month after that show, my show was being brought down. But I did something like a daily show, and I took inspiration from Jon Stewart. I'm not going to lie. But there's also an Indonesian SNL. It's called Extravaganza. Really? I wasn't on that. It went for a very long time. It's not around now, but it went for a very long time. But I'm not on that. I'm on the. It's called Provocative Proactive. The show is my show. That's something like the Daily Show.
I hope I have a career half as exciting as yours, man.
This is you reached the pinnacle.
I want to ask you. Fuck, there's so many questions.
We can do another episode sometime.
All right.
And next time I won't mess up the schedule.
Don't worry about it.
No, I mean,
well,
I think this is my favorite episode.
We do have another episode to record after this.
Definitely,
So we probably should go. But Pandji's just a testament to how great you are to talk to.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Again, sorry for messing up with the schedule.
Don't worry about that. You didn't even need to let them know about that, dude.
I'm too honest.
Yeah.
I'm unprofessional, you guys.
Yeah. But
that's why the episode's late. Do not blame me. Do not blame me.
I'm very sorry,
I didn't do it. Actually, it's not late. It's for Indonesian time.
Yes. Yeah.
There we go. All right, guys. One last plug. If you want to see me, Luke, and Pandji all on the same show, if you're in New York City on April 5th, which is not this Friday, but next Friday, we will be at Pando Park in Murray Hill. And you can get the tickets on my social medias.
Yep.
And I'm sure these guys will put it on their story at one point or another.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure, guys.
24 hours to live, man, need a young mate. 24 seconds on the clock, I hit the pump fake. 24 on my back, one day I was 8, looking down from the top, yeah, it was fake.